dear students, I am Shruti Kanna here. Today we are going to discuss about one of the concept of preprocessor directives, that is file inclusion directive. So before going for the file inclusion directive, first we will see in brief about what do you mean by the preprocessor directives and what are the types of it. So firstly, preprocessor means it is a program which is going to process the C program before it is compiled. Okay, yes, so preprocessor ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಾವೇನು ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಪೈಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ದ ವೆರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ statements. There are 3 types. The very first one it is macro substitution directive. The second one it is file inclusion directive. And third one it is conditional compilation directive. So in this one, very first one it is macro substitution directive. It is a process of replacing the identifier with the constants or symbolic constants or the expressions. Okay, so what the macro substitution does here is, whatever the identifiers which we want to use repeatedly in the program, so we can't again define it again and again. So for that identifier we will define the value or a constant or the expression here. So for example, if you want to find the area of a circle or a perimeter of a circle, we again and again uses the pi value. So for that pi value, if we assign the value value of pi, that is 3.142 in the macro substitution method, so wherever that identifier that is pi value comes, the value will be replaced by 3.142. So for example, and one more thing here it is, this macro substitution directive, this process will be accomplished using the hash define directive. Hash define, and the syntax it is something like this: hash define identifier followed by the constant or symbolic constant or an expression. So this is the syntax of the macro substitution directive. So one of the example for this is hash define. So here identifier is pi. So for this identifier we are assigning the constant value that is 3.142. So using this macro substitution, wherever the pi identifier comes in the program, that pi value will be replaced with the 3.142 value here. So this is the process of macro substitution directive here. So coming for the file inclusion directive, it is the process of inserting the external files. Okay, so sometimes we can't write all the codes in the main program only, so we make use of the file inclusion directive statement here. Okay, so using file inclusion we are able to insert the external files which consist of the functions or the macro definitions. So and this process can be accomplished using the symbol that is hash include statement. So using this hash include statement, we can include any files which we want to insert there. Okay, so some of the example here is, so first before going for the example, we will see the syntax of the file inclusion directive, that is hash include followed by the file name. So whichever the file we want to insert for the main program, we will write that name here. That is, for example, hash std and o.h. So I will tell about the difference between this declaration and this declaration in the coming discussion. So this is about the file inclusion directive. So why we use file inclusion directive means when we want to insert the external files which consist of a function or the macro definitions, we will make use of the file inclusion directive here. So next, coming for the third type of the preprocessor directive, that is conditional compilation directive. So as the name itself saying conditional compilation, what this directive is going to help here is it is used to select the alternative codes. When we want to compile the C program, we want to select some of the segment codes based on the some conditions. So that will be done using the conditional compilation directive here. So the syntax of the conditional compilation directive, that is hash if def, or it can also done using hash else, hash elif and hash endif. Using all these directives, we are able to use the conditional compilation directives. So here we will consider an example, that is hash if def followed by certain statements, and this we can call as version 1 here. I mean version 1 of the execution of statements, and here it is the else part. So based on the condition, the selected code of the selected segment of the code will be executed in the conditional compilation directive here. So this is about in brief about the processor statements or the preprocessor directives. Now we will discuss in detail about the file inclusion directive here. Yes, so now we will discuss in brief about the file inclusion directive. As I already told, file inclusion directive helps in inserting the external files which consist of functions or the macro definitions in that. Okay, so when we want to add many other functions to the main program, we will make use of the file inclusion directive. The syntax, this process will be accomplished using the hash include statement or a hash include directive. That is, syntax of this is hash include file name. So some of the examples we can see this. Here it is hash include stdio.h, hash include mac.h, hash include cube.c, hash include area.c. So here you can see the differences in both the examples, that is this one and this one. So whenever the file name is enclosed within the angle brackets, when the compiler will check for this file only in the standard directories. Okay, so both this mac.h and stdio.h will be present in the standard directories. So always the file name which is enclosed within the angle bracket will be searched only in the standard directories. So when the file name is enclosed within the double quotes, so this file will be searched first in the current directory which we are working. Okay, so first these files will be searched in the current directory, and then if it is not found in that current directory, then the search will go for the standard directory. So this is one of the difference between the declaration of file name within the angle bracket and within the double quotes here. Yes, and one more thing you want to notice here is there is no space between the hash and the include or this one, and there should be one space between the declaration of the hash include and the file name here. Okay, so we will discuss about the file inclusion directive with the examples we will see here. to find the difference between the normal program, that is without using functions, and this is the program using functions. First we will discuss the difference in this both, and we will go for the what is the application of file inclusion in this example. So first here what we are searching, that is to find the cube of a number. So first here we have defined, these are both again the file inclusion directives, that is, but this is not here for the file inclusion purpose. Since these are the standard directives, every C program start with this directives here. So here is the main function, and followed by we have taken the two variables that has declared in the data type float. This is for the entering of a number, and this is to display our output here. So clearing the screen, and first we are asking to print the number, which number we want to find the cube of it. Okay, so then we are giving that number, and here is the calculation purpose, that is CB. This is in this variable our answer is going to store. So this is the process happening, that is n into n. This is going to give the cube of the entered number here. So this is one simple program to find the cube of a number. After finding this calculation, here it is going to print the cube of the number, that is CB here. Okay, so get CH, come out of the program. Suppose if we give value for the n has 3, it is going to do 3 into 3, that will be 27 here. So this is one common program without using any functions or any methods here. So the same program we will consider in the using functions here. So now the same program we are using with the functions here. So here is the same declarations. Here we have declared the function name, and also with the variables, the same variables which we have taken here, and one is for the input purpose and one is for the printing of the output here. So first we are entering the number, and the scanf is going to take that value n here. So when this line of the execution comes, here we are giving the for the output variable we have given the method here, that is function call here. This function is calling the function that is cube n. So this function is present in the subfunction, that is float cube of float x. When this statement is executed, the forward by statements is going to be calculated here. So first it is again we have declared one variable, that is for storing the answer. In the answer variable we are going to perform the exact computation here, that is again x into x. This is similarly as the what we have done in this section. Okay, so say similarly that computation will be done, and that answer will be returned to the main program. So whenever this statement is executed, this answer will come and store for the variable CB here. So after this one, again we are printing the output here. For printing purpose, the cube of the number, it is again 6.5 is for the storing, and the value for this one will be the CB, which is stored in the this here. Okay, so this is the end of the program. This is how we have find the cube of the given number normally and using the functions here. So coming for our file inclusion application here. So all the program up to from here to here we have written using the functions in only the single C program, but with using the file inclusion, what we does here is we will store this part, that is the exact computation part. We are going to store this as a one more file here. Okay, so complete the function part. As I already told, the file inclusion is a process of inserting the external file. So here external file will be the cube.c, and the main program will be this. So in this main program we are inserting the external file, that is cube.c, using this statement here, hash include. It is using the cube.c here. So whenever this statement is executed, so our compiler what it is going to do means it is inserting the external file, that is cube.c. So first we have to write this main program, and we have to declare the external file also, and giving that external file or declaring that external file in the main program. So our main program is going to insert that external file as the file inclusion here. So once how the execution does here is, it comes to all the part, and when this is going to execute, I will show this in the practical part only. We will see one example here, that is to find the cube of the given number. Here starting with the main function, we have declared two variables, that is one for the input purpose and one is to store the output. So here it is asking to enter the number, so that number will be n here. So for this number only we are going to find the cube root. Okay, that is cube, sorry, not cube root, it is cube. So here the major computation part, that is in the variable CB, we are going to do the computation, that is n into n here. Okay, so and after the calculation part, the output will be stored in the value CB and we are going to print this value. So the cube of the entered value, that will be CB. So we will see the execution part. First, starting with the main function, the control will go for the clearing the screen, and there it is first going to ask enter the number n. So through scanf we will give the value 3 here. After entering, it is going to compute this, do the computation using this statement. So again I am pressing F7. So you can see print this, the compilation will come for this statement to print the answer. That is again one more time F7 I am pressing here. So getch, it is going to return the character, that is the result of this program. So you can see the answer has been printed, that is cube of an entered number, it is 27, that is the cube root. Okay, cube, sorry. Then the same program we will see for the using functions here. So that is, here it is. So the one major difference it is, we have declared one function name here, and through this function and this sub function we will find out the cube here. So first declaration of the function and declaration of the variables, and again similarly we are asking for the entering the number n, and after this entering the value n, the function will be called here, that is cube of n. This is here. Again when this statement is executed, the control will go for this sub function here. Okay, so in this sub function the answer is the local variable. In that answer variable we are going to store the cube of the entered number. So after performing this computation, we are returning the answer, that is the output, to the main function, and this answer variable, the what is the value stored in the answer variable, will be come and assigned for CB here. Okay, so that's why again we are printing the same CB value using the statement printf, that is the cube of an entered number is this one. Okay, now again we will see the how it is going to perform here. So first main function it is, we will see the control flow here. So first starting with the execution starts from the main function here. So again we will press F7. It will go for clearing the output screen here. Again it will ask for entering the number. Through the scanf we will give the number, that is the same number 3 here again. So press enter and you just observe the difference here. Once this statement is executed, the control will directly go for this sub function. Okay, it is calling the sub function, that is cube float of x. Okay, so in this one the computation will be done, that is answer is equals to the exact what is the actual computation of the program, that is cube of the number n, that will be calculated, and it is going to return the answer, that is the output of the program answer in the answer variable. Okay, then it is returning that variable, the value of that variable, to the main program. Now that value will be stored in the cube of n and it is printing. So that's why we have given CB here. So after printing this one, we are going to get the output here, that is the cube of the entered number, it is 27 again. So same example we have seen in the normal simple C program, and again using the functions. Now we will see using the file inclusion directives. So the same program, that is to find the cube of a number using file inclusion now. So you can observe here in the previous examples, that is the normal C program and using functions, only these two directives was there. So here one more inclusion of the file, that is cube.c. you can observe here, that is #include cube.c. So what this is going to do, we will see this. And again the main program starting with, again we are declaring two variables for the clearing the screen, clear screen it is, and we are asking to print the number, and scanf statement for entering the number, and this is for the computation part, and this statement, that is printf the cube of an entered number, this is for the output purpose. So the only thing which you have to understand here is we have not written any sub function here. Okay, so what we have to do is, first we have to write the main program, then we have to open one more file called as, that is the name using cube.c. Okay, I have already written this, you can observe here, that is open cube.c file. So in that cube.file we have actually writing the exact computation part in this one. Okay, so first what we have to do, first we have to write the main program in the one file, and we have to attach the sub file, that sub file to the main file, but the coding of the sub file will be present in the separate new file like this. Okay, yes, so coming for the execution, you can see how it is going to include that file, that is file inclusion exactly happens like this. So first we will start with the execution start from the main function as usual, and it is going to clear the output screen. So it is asking to enter the number here. Okay, so I am entering here 3, that is, so again enter, it is now, it is in the statement of executing the function, calling function. Okay, so now observe here carefully, it will go for the cube.c file here. Okay, so using this, again I am pressing F7, it is going to for the exact computation part, that is answer is equals to x into x into x. It is here, it calculated the cube of the entered number, and it is returning that value to the main function here. Okay, so observe again from the sub function, that is cube.free, the external file it is. So from the main file it entered, now again it will print the output of the program, that is cube of the entered number, it is CB. We will check out the output through the getch. So now here observe the output has came, that is cube of the entered number, it is 27. So you can see the difference using the functions, that sub function will be present here only, but in file inclusion that file will be the external file, that is cube.c. In the cube.c we will write the exact coding of the computation, that is exact calculation of the program. We will attach this file to the main file using the file inclusion directive, or we can call it as a file inclusion statement here, that is #include cube.c. So this is how the file inclusion directive is inserting the external files to the main program. So this is about the file inclusion directive in the preprocessor directives. Okay, thank you.